There's a part of me that's always been hidden, tucked away, away from prying eyes. It's not that I wanted to keep it secret. I simply didn't know how to share it. But here I am, ready to unburden myself and let these words flow. I hope they bring clarity not only to you, but to me as well. We all carry these thoughts and feelings, ones that never escape the inner chambers of our mind. But today, I feel ready to say them aloud, to let them breathe and take shape. Maybe in doing so, I'll finally find the peace I've been seeking. The most profound things we carry are often the ones we feel we cannot speak of. But when silence becomes too heavy, when the weight of our unspoken truths starts to suffocate us, there's only one option left: to let them go. Today, I take that first step. I've spent so many years afraid to show my true self, afraid of how others would react, of what it would mean for the person I've worked so hard to become. But now I feel ready to step into the light and reveal what's been waiting in the shadows. For so long, I've held these feelings close to my heart, afraid to let anyone see the depth of them. But today, I realize that keeping them locked away only serves to keep me from experiencing true freedom. It's time to let them out. Sometimes the hardest thing is to speak the words we've been hiding inside, afraid of what it might mean or how others might see us. But there comes a moment when the need to be authentic outweighs the fear of judgment. Today, I choose authenticity. The silence I've lived in for so long has been a shield, protecting me from the vulnerability of sharing my innermost thoughts. But that silence has also been a prison. Today, I am ready to break free, to speak my truth, and to embrace what comes next. There's a beauty in sharing your true self with others, even if it feels like exposing a raw and tender wound. Because in that vulnerability, there is strength. And in that strength, there is the potential for healing. I've kept these thoughts buried deep, hidden away like secrets too sacred to be shared. But sometimes the soul aches to be heard. Today, I will listen to that ache and allow myself the freedom to speak what has long been silent. What I've realized is that there is no growth in hiding from what is true for me. To evolve, to heal, to move forward, I must confront these hidden feelings. And today, I do just that. The stories we never tell are often the ones that shape us the most. But there's power in revealing those stories, in letting them out into the world. Today, I choose to tell the story I've never heard before, to open up and finally speak my truth. I have walked through life carrying thoughts and emotions that no one knew about, afraid that revealing them would change how I was seen. But now I understand that my truth is not something to be hidden, but something to be honored and shared. When we hide parts of ourselves, we deny the world the chance to see who we truly are. It's time to stop hiding. It's time to speak from the heart and let others in, even if that means showing parts of me I've never shown before. There is a rawness in honesty that can be both terrifying and liberating, but the more I hold back, the more I suppress, the heavier the burden becomes. Today, I release that weight. Today, I share my truth. For years, I've thought that sharing these thoughts and feelings might make me vulnerable or even weak, but today, I realize that it's in our vulnerability that we find our strength. I'm ready to show up fully with all that I am. We all have secrets we keep locked away, pieces of ourselves that we think are too painful or too private to reveal. But sharing those pieces, however imperfect they may be, is what connects us to others and to ourselves. The thing about silence is that it doesn't always keep us safe. Sometimes it only traps us in a cage of our own making. I am choosing today to speak, to release the thoughts and emotions that have been caged inside me. It's not easy to open up, to share what's been hidden for so long. But I believe that growth comes from stepping into discomfort, from being brave enough to face the things we've been afraid to confront. There's a freedom in vulnerability that I've always been afraid to experience. But today, I'm ready to break free from that fear and show the world who I truly am without shame or hesitation. For so long, I've been walking around with these thoughts and emotions locked away, thinking I could carry them alone. But now I see that sharing them with others is what brings healing, not just for me, but for everyone who listens. We all carry weight in our hearts, thoughts and feelings we've never shared. But today, I'm willing to let go of that weight, to speak my truth and let it take on a life of its own. The hardest part about opening up isn't the fear of judgment, it's the fear of letting go of control. But I've learned that true freedom only comes when we let go of the need to control every part of our story. There are times in life when silence becomes a burden. We think that keeping our thoughts and feelings to ourselves is safer, but in reality, it only isolates us. Today, I choose connection, and I choose to speak my truth. I've always believed that some things are better left unsaid, but I've come to realize that silence can be just as dangerous as speaking out. Today, I choose to speak, to share the thoughts and feelings I've carried for too long. The emotions we bury deep within us don't go away. They fester and grow, waiting for the moment when we are ready to face them. Today, I am ready to face them, to open up and share what has been inside me for far too long. There is a strength in admitting the things you've never said, in allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to share what others might never have expected. Today, I embrace that strength and speak what's been locked away. When you keep your emotions hidden, you only create distance between you and the world. But when you let them out, when you speak them aloud, you invite connection, understanding, and growth. I've spent so much of my life thinking I couldn't share these feelings, thinking that they were too raw or too real for others to handle. But now I see that sharing them isn't about others, it's about freeing myself. The stories we hide from others are often the ones we need to tell the most. Today, I choose to share the story of my heart, the one I've never spoken aloud, because it's time to let it be heard. I've always been afraid to show this part of myself, afraid of how others might perceive me. But the truth is, the more I hold back, the more I'm denying both myself and those around me the chance to truly connect. It's hard to let go of the things we've kept hidden, but I've learned that sharing them doesn't make us weak, it makes us human. Today, I choose to share the feelings I've kept locked inside. We all have things we're afraid to say, things we've never shared because we think it might change everything. But the truth is, keeping them inside only holds us back. Today, I choose to release them and embrace what comes next. There's a truth inside me that has been waiting for the right moment to be spoken. I've been afraid to speak it, afraid of the vulnerability it would expose. But today, I choose to face that fear and let the truth out. I've spent so much of my life hiding behind a mask, pretending that everything was fine. But the truth is, it's only when we allow ourselves to be real, to share the things we've kept hidden, that we find true peace. The thoughts and feelings we keep to ourselves often become the heaviest burdens we carry. But when we release them, when we speak them aloud, they lose their power over us. Today, I choose to speak and to let go. There is a part of me that has always felt like a mystery, even to myself. But today, I choose to unravel that mystery, to speak the thoughts and feelings that have been waiting to be heard. We all have moments when we feel like we are carrying the weight of the world inside us, moments when we wish we could just let it all go. But today, I am letting it go, sharing the things I've kept hidden for so long. It's amazing how much we can carry without even realizing it. The thoughts, the feelings, the secrets. But once we let them out, once we speak them into existence, they no longer hold us captive. I've always thought that keeping my thoughts and feelings inside would protect me. But now I realize that the only thing they're protecting is my fear. Today, I choose to face that fear and speak my truth. The hardest part about sharing your truth is the fear that others won't understand. But the more I hold these thoughts inside, the more I realize that my truth is mine to share, no matter what others think. We spend so much of our lives hiding parts of ourselves, thinking they're not good enough or that no one would understand. But today, I choose to let go of that fear and share what's inside my heart. There's a kind of freedom in revealing the things we've kept hidden, a freedom that only comes when we stop pretending and start being real with ourselves and others. The thoughts we keep locked away don't serve us. They only keep us stuck in the past. Today, I choose to let go of that baggage and move forward, speaking my truth and embracing what comes next. We all have stories that are waiting to be told, stories we've kept inside for fear of judgment or rejection. But the only way to find peace is to speak those stories aloud, to let them live and breathe.